shadows of other dimensions, there lies a nefarious force waging war upon humans from the space between spaces for millennia. A dark force that governs not just our thoughts and actions, but our very souls. The very advent of time began the slave-master hierarchy between us and those unseen forces behind our every action and thought. They built and created rules and systems of thought, created kingdoms and spawned religions used to rule the masses from afar by controlling the ebb and flow of space and time on an epic level. Under the guise of free will and individualism, the systems in place around us actually ensures that we have no choice but to comply and obey an underlying agenda that, at its core, is evil. Put in place by beings that feed and are nurtured by the control they maintain over planet Earth. Outside of the realms of our own imagination and our own reality, there is a sinister, unseen race of beings controlling our every move. From the moment we are born on this planet we call Earth, we are under the yoke of an invisible, superior race. Occasionally mankind has had visions of them and sensed their presence. We have given names to these fleeting transcendental blips in the reality of human consciousness. Angels, demons, ghosts, fairies, elves, aliens, reptilians, men in black, and now dark, all-powerful secret societies. From the earliest texts, we have proof that mankind was concerned with the presence, invasion, and control of our own species by extraterrestrial beings. But these are not necessarily beings from another planet, but from another dimension. There is a science behind their existence, and the secret lies within the waveform. Over the millennia, these beings have stepped in and out of what we call reality and manipulated our lives. They have control of all our governing institutions, from sovereigns to senate, from commerce to church. They have fed us a series of lies, and we have gorged upon them. It's time to stop the feeding frenzy and to change our diet to one of truth, to expose the hidden agenda that poisons our minds, to take back our lives.
So I just left the house to go pick up my kids, and 10 minutes later, I got a motion alert from Ring. My alarm was going.
You may believe there is a grand conspiracy in the world to control mankind, created by secret human groups. You may believe that aliens are dealing with our governments, or that there is even a great hidden war afoot between mankind and extraterrestrial life. You may be awaiting a great disclosure of the truth, a day when our leaders come clean. The truth is that our governments and even those secret societies are as much in the dark as you or I. The truth is that hidden from our conscious lives, there is a darkness from another realm that forces us into a life of repetitive cycles and keeps us locked away. If you choose to open your mind and consider a different reality, then you may yet be free, at least in spirit. This is the story of how mankind has, for thousands of years, been subjugated, oppressed, and controlled by beings from another realm. Are you ready to escape prison planet Earth? The first thing we have to do is to overcome the immediate sense of how strange and bizarre the whole thing of an ancient, controlling and hidden race of beings can sound. Our ordinary lives are so full of facts and figures that we perceive as reality. It's this temperature, it's this time. We live in this country, we are human. We own a dog or cat, we go to work, we come home, we get married, we have children. We work hard, enjoy our lives, and then we die. As sociable creatures, we are always interested in the lives of others, and so we watch, learn, interact. We even spend thousands of hours of our lives watching soap operas and films of fictional people. But we know that these are just actors, don't we? Psychologists have proven that all humans lie. There are just different levels of lying. So what can we really trust? Are the stories we listen to from friends and family any more real than those on the TV? Billions of people listen to others talk about God, spirits, ghosts, and more. Billions of dollars are spent on these stories because of belief. This is belief in the words of another human, who we know is more than capable of lying. Hitler once said that if you repeat a lie often enough, eventually the people will believe it. He was right. Thousands of years of spouting the same lies has created massive populations of the globe that now believe in a deity. And yet, if we actually take a look at the very first texts from all religions, we actually discover that our ancestors were talking about beings that came from another place, another dimension. They reveal that beings descended, often with craft. They then took control of humanity, formed the first civilizations, taught us how to grow crops, science, languages, and more. They placed superhuman watchers over us to keep us in our place. We, in return, worshipped them and turned them into our gods. The stories tell us how they had superhuman powers. They could fly and change shape. They had incredible weapons of light, chariots that flew through the sky, and they lived for very long periods of time. Why is it that we modern, scientific, practical humans believe in a so-called loving and jealous God? Because that is what they wanted us to believe.